What's going on, guys and gals? Well, I haven't given any security system updates lately, so figured I'd do that tonight on this lovely cool Sunday night in the wake of the time change. On a side note, I think time changes suck ass. But back to the subject at hand. Well, I've done a lot of stuff to this camera system since the last vid here. You can see we still have the same setup. We got our monitor and our 4-channel DVR, but I also got a rack for it now, which is pretty cool. Makes it look a little neater. And in under here, I guess I doubt you can see that. I'll have to get a flashlight then and show you. Hold on. Alright, now we got some light on the situation. What you see there is actually a UPS that I have stuffed under here with a 12 amp hour battery, so should keep the system up for a little while when the power goes out. But anyway, I'll show you what I did here. I had one camera die, the one that was right here. You can see in place of it I have, this is actually an old vintage late 80s early 90s Philips. It's like a black and white. So I put that there in place of the other one that died, and I have another extra one I put in the hobby room here to get a good close view of the door here, and that's it right there. But I kind of had to modify this one a bit. Had to take the dome out of it because that lens setup was a little too big. Stuck out a little much. But that's well, you can see me kind of on that picture there on channel 4. Yep. That's the one I have on all the time. Now that one over here is actually turned off most of the time, but I'm going to show you how that works. Here, I'm going to get on my laptop. It doesn't act up anyway. Alright, we're on the software. There's another thing about this system too. I actually did figure out how to get it online, which I'll show you from a remote location. Alright, we log into the system. And we are on. Okay. Now pay close. Actually, we'll go to full screen and get channel 4 here. You know, like I said, I don't like how you have to choose it there. Anyway, we're on channel 4 now. You can see me there. Now, what I have set up here is I'm actually using some of the relays in the DVR itself. So all I have to do is hit this number 4 button here, whether or not you can see it, and channel 4 goes blank, and then you got your black and white view now, which is out here of course. And then to go back, you hit the button again, and we're back to the other view. But here, I'm going to show you something else here that I have rigged into this. So what we'll do is we'll turn out the garage lights here. It's like pitch black now. Alright, walk in the room here. Yeah, check this shit out, it's pretty cool. So we'll kind of face towards that way. I'm gonna hit the button. Bam! We got lights. So basically, when that camera over there gets activated, these lights actually turn on right along with it. And then of course, when I switch back to the other one, which you can probably hear it clicking over there too, and the lights shut off. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I'd say so. And then show you the next actually, let me show you how that was wired. Kind of see back in there, I got a splitter coming off the coax is back there, and basically whenever the relay hits, it basically flips power from the one camera to the other, so they're never on simultaneously. Alright, we'll go back to our four-way view. Of course you can see it's all dark except for, well, the last two ought to be coming up here soon. What's the deal, yo? Ah, there we go. Now, I also have button 3 set up as well, which you hit this button down here, and we got light. Yeah, so pretty much anytime I hit that button, I will have light on all 4 channels, regardless. So basically, you probably saw my motion light that I have out front. I also put another one out back where channel 3, where the shed is. Basically, I have 120 wire going to it and bypassing the motion. So we hit the button 3 to turn the lights out. Of course, this is lagging a little bit. I think something set off the motion detector out there on channel 3 though, otherwise it would have shut off by now. But I'll try it with this light off because I have it tied in as well. So turn that switch off and we are in the dark. Alright. So we'll try this again. Okay, hit the button. I doubt you can see that very good. And there we go. So basically, the light switch out to my hobby room here is overridden. I'll show you here. But this is like an override switch here. And up there would be the relay cabinet, so hold on a minute while I get the ladder and I'll show you that. Alright, so through the magic of editing, it only took me about a second to get the ladder. But here we are inside the relay cabinet, and you can see that there is basically the 120 relay, which it bypasses all the switches whenever it's turned on. So I got the living room light tied into it, the 2 motion lights, and the hobby room light. The 12 volt relay down here basically activates the 120 relay because the relay contacts inside the DVR won't handle that kind of voltage. So you gotta kind of step it through a couple relays. This relay down here is basically the one that flips the lights on in the garage here whenever that other camera gets activated. So yeah, this is like the main junction point, I guess you could call it, as far as integrating my lights into the camera system. And also eventually when I upgrade the alarm system, I'm going to have it also set up to do the same thing when it goes into alarm. Basically it's just going to turn on all the lights. And that's partly why I have the relay switch down here. So say I'm away and someone else has to disarm it or just silence it, they can just flip that override switch. And alright, we'll show you the other control cabinet. Right here, you probably saw this in the last vid. That's the 3 amp power supply which is powering all the cameras. And, oh, hold on, I gotta get the key. Okay, we got the key now. Alright, and what we got here, that's our 4-channel distribution board for each camera output. And this is the relay that basically switches between the 2 cameras here. And that there is a 1 amp power supply, which is going to be part of the security system eventually when I upgrade it. Same way with this little white box, which is the relay module. It's actually off of a Honeywell system, which I'm going to be upgrading to eventually. And I'm sure you're going to see vids on that when I do so. Okay, so our lights are still on, so we're going to shut them off. So you can see, I don't know if you can or not, that the button is in yellow. That means it's pushed in. Numbers 1 and 2 I can't do nothing with, because one is for a camera trouble relay. The other one is basically for like a system trouble, like say if the hard drive goes bad or something. But there we go, the lights are off. Oh man, look at the arc in that relay. I gotta show you that. See that? That's pretty fucking cool. I saw it show up on the screen here. Yeah, that time it did. Oh damn. Alright, so let's walk around back here. I'm going to show you where I put this motion light. I know you probably ain't going to be able to see nothing here. Nah, this is a light. I mainly switched that one on. Oh, there it got me. This actually has a curlicue bulb in it, this new one, so that's why it's kind of flickering when it turns on. But after it gets warmed up, it's not too bad. Of course, you see the camera there in the corner, and got ourselves a good view of the shed. So, that's pretty cool. Alright, so now we're in the living room, and I have the lights actually activated on through the system. Got a dimmer switch here. Nothing. Alright, so we push the button here on the PC. Lights just dimmed a little bit because I have the dimmer switch turned down. Alright, so we're dimmed right now. And we hit the button. Bam, there it is. Alright, so we're out here at the front. Of course, I got the lights turned off now through the camera system. But I may have showed you this before, but that's the front motion lights here. And you got the camera there in the corner looking down the driveway, and the one looking toward the door there. So basically I have a light basically aiming towards where each camera goes. So this here would be the model light that I actually bought recently for the back here. I just put it in yesterday. And I kind of modified it like I said before. And what I did is I actually took the one socket out, because I don't need them both. So I'll just keep it as a spare in case one of the sockets would go bad. And look at the box here. Of course, you got your instructions, which are in always 5 different languages. And that's the curlicue bulb that I got for it. Of course, like the lampshade cover that goes over that. Extra socket. And I probably voided the warranty when I did all those modifications to it though. Here, I'll go back out here and show you what I did here, if I can see anything. There we go. I don't know if you can see behind there, but I actually patched the hole, or corked the hole where the other light used to be. So I think the neighbor back there would be kind of complaining if I had another light there flashing his way. Well, as you can tell by the red and yellow roof line, we are live. We're actually taping from Rutter's. And I pulled in here to get on their Wi-Fi, just so I could show you this, the whole internet deal here with this thing. So we gotta log in. Of course, what it did though is it actually still remembers the in-house IP address, so I gotta change that whenever I log into this. from another connection. So let me do a password. Okay. Alright, and we're getting on. We are online right now as we speak. Looks like my motion lights are still all activated. Alright. Just test our functions out here. Okay, I just switched the camera. Garage lights turned on. Switch it back off. I'm really gonna fuck with people when I'm away, that's for sure. And then we'll try our lights. You saw the hobby room turned on. I think the channel 3's light was starting to turn off there because it was kind of fading out. Right when I turned it on there, it just like brightened up again. Alright, we'll deactivate that. See what happens. Alright, yeah. Actually, it was getting light off of the other room, I think. That's what it was. Turn the lights back on. So yep, there you go. I got light on all four corners now. And basically the way I got the internet set up on this is that I had to actually do a port forwarding through my router. But anyway, just a nice little update on my camera system. So I'll definitely bring you more later, especially when I do the security system upgrade. But alright, well, we'll talk to you later.